Amitabha Buddha is a very popular subject in art, both painting and sculpture. But Amitabha can be a bit complicated because we really do have to divide up the study of Amitabha between Mahayana Buddhism and Vajrayana Buddhism. Now, as we know, Amitabha does not exist in the Theravada or foundational Buddhism. In that form of Buddhism, we only have one. We only have Shakyamuni Buddha, and then we have the reference to the future Buddha, Maitreya. In Mahayana Buddhism, we have hundreds, if not thousands, of Buddhas. Only a few of them are very popular and are well developed in the literature. Amitabha happens to be one of them. And just as Shakyamuni very much represents Buddhism as a whole and the foundational Buddhism, Amitabha, in a way, really represents Mahayana Buddhism, a lot of Mahayana concepts, and he's still portrayed, still seen as a Buddha with the typical characteristics of an Ushnisha on the crown of the head, the Urna on the forehead, the 3 lines on the neck, wearing the monastic garb. Now, the difference in appearance between Shakyamuni and Amitabha is Amitabha has the 2 hands in a meditation gesture in the lap, and more often than not, typically, he holds a black begging bowl, and then his legs are crossed in the Vajra posture. Now, we also have him often painted red in color. So his typical color is red in art, but it can also be a yellow or a golden yellow, the same as Shakyamuni Buddha. So really the difference we're looking for here is the 2 hands in meditation posture holding the black begging bowl. That's really the main attribute, the main characteristic of Amitabha. Now, representing Mahayana Buddhism as he does, then we have a common composition that we also see, aside from him just by himself in a painting or with some secondary figures chosen by the commissioner or the artist. We actually have Amitabha Buddha, where he's depicted in front with the 8 great Bodhisattvas. Now, why is this important? Because the 8 great Bodhisattvas also belong to Mahayana literature. They do not come out of foundational Buddhism. The 8 great Bodhisattvas are figures such as Avalokiteshvara, Manjushri, Vajrapani, Maitreya, and then the other 4 who are not as commonly known or have as many practices or stories associated with them. But Amitabha is very often depicted with these 8 great Bodhisattvas. Then we also have compositions in painting where Amitabha is associated with his Pure Land, his very famous Western paradise Pure Land of Sukhavati. And with these depictions, again, we have Amitabha often with a bodhisattva to the right and left. Sometimes there'll be 2 of the 8 great bodhisattvas, and then the other 6 will be represented in front, or the other 8 will be represented with a duplication, even with 2 bodhisattvas standing to the right and left. Now, there are many depictions of this Pure Land of the Western Paradise, but we have 3 main composition types. We have square format, round format, and then a very customized Tibetan format where some Vajrayana elements are included. Now, the square format is just basically Amitabha with the 8 great Bodhisattvas, some other Buddhas, and depicting architectural elements, a great tree that he leans against. This is a basic kind of depiction of Sukhavati, also with sentient beings being born on lotuses in a lotus pond in the foreground of the painting, and various monks and bodhisattvas in the foreground. So this is the sort of square or rectangular format. Then we have a round format. The round format very much appears to come out of Tashilhunpo Monastery, so we're really looking at 17th, 18th century development for this, but it is very popular in art and can be found relatively easily. So basically the round depiction is just placing Sukhavati within this round sphere and then having other elements outside of the sphere. that represent a difference between Sukhavati and elsewhere. Then the Namcha tradition, this unusual development of the Sukhavati, is merely a Tibetan Buddhism adding some Vajrayana, Nyingma elements to it and adding Tibetan teachers into the composition of Sukhavati. So really, these are the main ways that Amitabha is depicted, and these are the Mahayana applications and compositions. Vajrayana is different. We have to really make a distinction between Mahayana and Vajrayana depictions and applications of Amitabha Buddha.